idha modati, pecha modati, kata punyo ubhayatta modati. So modati, so pamodati, disva kamma vishuddhim attano. So in keeping with this theme of pairing verses together, we can see how this is very similar to verse 15. As a matter of fact, only the words in green are different. And if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those words are the same, modati, and a fifth word, pamodati, is very similar. So we're really only dealing with like 3 new words. Here, one rejoices. In the next life, one rejoices. The good person rejoices in both places. He rejoices, he is delighted, having seen his pure actions. So in the first line, we really just encountered this new word, modati, which is to rejoice, to be happy. Third person singular present active indicative. This comes from the root mud, to rejoice, to be happy. The other word that we find here, this compound, is kata punyo. Literally having done, kata, from karoti, and punyo is meritorious action. You find this in Thai. They changed the kata to the Thai word for to do tam. Tambun is to make merit. Here, this is nominative singular, masculine nominative singular. It's actually just like before, when it was the doer of evil or the doer of negative actions. This is actually the subject of all the modatis in the first line here. So we could say maybe the good person, the person who's made merit, the good person, here rejoices in this life, in the next life rejoices. He rejoices in both places. Here, of course, this could be anyone who makes merit. Here we're dealing with the grammatical gender, but there were obviously many women as well who rejoiced and made merit, and we can find good examples of that in the Therīgāthā. So continuing, so modati, he rejoices, so pamodati. Now here it might sort of mean the same thing. We're dealing with this prefix pa again, pro, meaning forwards or towards. So in English, we might say something like to be delighted, to be glad, to more than rejoice. And that might even work. He rejoices, he more than rejoices. Maybe there's no word for how that person feels. Disva, and again, this is our absolutive, having seen. And this time, let's, instead of going with my previous assessment of attano really being a locative, we'll translate it as a genitive this time. Seeing his own, remember, attano is the genitive of attang, self, his own, kamma, actions, and then what kind of actions? Visuddhim. This word means brightness, splendor, excellency, pure. It's composed of V and Suddhi, and that comes from the root should. And of course, in Pali, we don't have the sh. We lose the sh. We just get the su. If you're not familiar with it, there's a very famous work, the Visuddhimagga, the Path to Purity by Buddhaghosa, kind of a compendium of all things Theravada. Also, the throat chakra is the Vishuddha chakra, the chakra of purity, of like speaking, as well as of creativity and of hearing.